Welcome to the channel. I'm Andrea from Andrea Speaks TV. It's kind of cold, y'all, where I am here in Georgia. The weather is definitely, it's chilly outside, but it's also raining. We have some, let me fix my bun again, or should I leave it down like this? I think I might leave it down like this. This looks good. All right, thank you all for continuing to support the channel. I appreciate you all so much. Let me give you all some time to hop on here. All right, let's see. Let me also share this to. All right, let me get my mic. Testing. All right. All right, I want to say welcome to the channel. Who do we have on? Thank you all for taking time out of your Monday afternoon, early Monday afternoon to tune in and support me here on the channel. Say hello. Let me know that you're watching. I just appreciate your support. Listen, if you're tuned in for the first time, hello, welcome. I'm Andrea from Andrea Speaks TV. I bring you news and commentary you can use. So I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you've never subscribed before, join our community. Listen, y'all, I want to come on and give you some information. You all know that I have been covering even prior to now, even prior to the news of the indictment, I've been covering former President Trump. And the fact that he first let us all know that, this was a possibility. And so fast forward, here we are today. Today is Monday, April 3rd, 2023, on the eve of what is being said. Tomorrow, Tuesday, April 4th, is being said, excuse me, that he is going to be in New York. He's actually on the way there now. According to reports, he is headed to New York. If he is not already there, he's on the way. And he is expected to appear in court on tomorrow to face these charges against him. So I want to come on and give you some information. Former President Donald Trump flying to New York. Okay, this information came out earlier today. And it said that former President Donald Trump is flying to New York for his court appearance, okay? According to news sources, the former U.S. president is set to be fingerprinted, photographed, and formally presented with charges at a Manhattan court, okay? Listen, y'all. So he's flying to New York from Florida for his scheduled arraignment, okay, related to what is being alleged as a hush money payment made to a certain person. You all can look it up. I don't know anything about the person, but you all can do your research. And all of this occurred allegedly before the 2016 presidential election, okay? Former President Trump, who the article says is the first, think about this, y'all. He is the first former president to face criminal charges and is expected to be fingerprinted, photographed, and formally presented with charges at the Central Manhattan Courthouse on Tuesday. Now, at the time of this video, this will be done on tomorrow. Okay, hold on just a minute, y'all. Let me make an adjustment here. And once again, as you're tuned in, please make sure that you say hello and let me know that you're watching, okay? Now, former President Trump did put out this post on his Truth Social platform on Monday as his plane ready for takeoff. And he said, and I quote, headed to New York in all capital letters. Hello, everyone who's tuned in. Thank you all so much for joining me. I appreciate you. Say your name in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from. That way I can give you a shout out. So he said, and I quote, headed to New York, make America great again. Okay, Trump, who is running again for president, wrote on his Truth Social platform on Monday as his plane ready for takeoff. He also had this to say, and I quote, witch hunt as our once great country is going to HE double hockey sticks. Okay, that's what allegedly. Now, I'm not on Truth Social, so I don't know this to be true, but according to the information, that is what that is a post that he put out. Okay, so if you all want to go and read and see what he said, you can do that. Okay, now the specific charges included in the grand jury indictment have not been disclosed. They have not been disclosed. Trump's lawyers have said he will enter a plea of not guilty. Okay, the New York investigation, led by, and you've heard me talk about him on the channel, led by Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, centers on an alleged $130,000 payment that Michael Cohen, who is Trump's former personal lawyer and fixer, I don't know what that means, fixer, made to another person. Okay, a court official said that the arraignment is planned. Okay, here's some details about the arraignment. A court official said that the arraignment is planned for 2:15 p.m. Okay, that's Eastern Standard Time, I believe, on Tuesday. Trump will then return to Florida, okay, and deliver remarks at Mar-a-Lago, his residence in Palm Beach, at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, his office said, okay? And you all know that, hold on, y'all, let me sneeze, hold on, this is live. Okay, excuse me. So you all know I will be covering both of those events. I'll probably come on right after the arraignment, and I'll also probably come on or make a video for either one regarding his comments. Okay, so make sure that you stay tuned to the channel. Not only do I invite you to subscribe to the channel, but make sure that when you subscribe, make sure you hit all notifications. That way, whenever I do go live or I upload new content, you should be notified. Now, I'm not saying that you always will, because sometimes this platform does what it does, okay, if you know what I mean. So, again, make sure you subscribe. That way you can stay connected, okay? Now, listen to this, y'all. And I actually saw part of the video earlier where the New York mayor, Eric Adams, I believe is his name, he was speaking. But listen to this, y'all. Okay, so they're preparing for this arraignment, right? New York police over the weekend began erecting barricades along the edge of the sidewalks around Trump Tower and the Manhattan Criminal Court building, and some other courtrooms will be cleared, okay? Demonstrations, the article says, are expected at those sites. Here's a quote by the New York Police Department, who said in a statement, and I quote, officers have been placed on alert, and the department remains ready to respond as needed and will ensure everyone is able to peacefully exercise their rights, okay? I just mentioned his name, New York City Mayor Eric Adams cautioned. Listen to this, y'all. New York City Mayor Eric Adams cautioned on Monday against violence or public disorders by protesters, okay? He had this to say, and I quote, control yourselves. New York City is our home, not a playground for your misplaced anger. Okay, this is according to New York Mayor Eric Adams, okay, who said in a message to potential, and I quote, rabble rousers. Okay, I never heard that term being used to describe someone, but maybe you have. I don't know. What does that mean? Rabble rousers, okay? In his warning, okay, the article says in his warning, Adams singled out what is being called far-right Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is from my state of Georgia, who had announced plans to travel to New York to protest what she called the, and I quote, unprecedented abuse of the justice system. You know, that's the question I have. And many would agree, some would disagree. It just seems like, for some reason, that, former President Trump announced that he's running for re-election. Now all of a sudden, now from my understanding, this investigation has been going on. It was even said that the Manhattan District Attorney, Alvin Bragg, that he made a statement that he was going to charge him, but then someone said that he wasn't. So I'm not sure exactly what his intentions were from the very beginning or whether he changed his mind. But I find it very odd, okay, and I find it very concerning, rather alarming, shocking, that here we have a former president, right, who has announced that he's running for re-election, and because he does not support a lot of the agendas that are going on and other reasons. Now all of a sudden they want to indict him. Are they trying? I'm going to ask this question again, and you can look at my videos where I've asked the question before. Are they trying to take him out of the 2024 presidential election campaign? Do they not want him to run? Are they trying to stop him from running? Why is all of this going on, particularly now? Feel free to share your thoughts and comments on that. Let me give you all some more updates. The New York City mayor, speaking of Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, the New York City mayor even accused her of spreading misinformation and hate speech. Okay, now some people can agree or disagree with that. I'm not here to do either. I'm just stating what he said. This is his exact quote. He said, people like, and I quote, people like Marjorie Taylor Greene, okay, these again are the words of the New York City mayor, Eric Adams. He said that she is known for spreading misinformation and hate speech, has stated that she's coming to town. And he said also, while you're in town, be on your best behavior. What's really going on, y'all? And let me say this, I'm going to do my research on this as well. But it is also being said, I've seen this in a lot of news reports, just the research that I have done. It's being said, hold on, y'all, I've been working outside, and my hands are kind of ashy. So let me just do something about that right quick so that won't be a distraction, okay, as I'm talking and holding the microphone. You all, listen, while I'm doing this, y'all make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Like this video, share this video, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. That way you can stay updated and connected, okay? Listen, this is a place where this is a community where we share information, and you can agree or disagree. I'm not going to just kick you out for disagreeing. I do ask that you respectfully disagree, and let's all respect each other. But I do want to invite you to subscribe, okay? So y'all, let me cut my microphone back on, okay? So, okay, so this is what I'm saying. This is what I was saying. I've seen reports where Manhattan attorney Alvin Bragg, they're saying that he's funded by someone named, I'll say an international figure. I don't know his title or anything about him. I'm going to do some research. I've heard his name linked with Black Lives Matter, but they're saying that Alvin Bragg is funded by, allegedly funded by George Soros. Okay, now I'm going to do my research on that. I may talk about it in a separate video, but I'm starting to see a pattern of where people are now somehow allegedly linking them together. Now, I don't know that to be true. I'm just sharing you the information I have come across, but I'm definitely going to do my research on that. Okay. Now, in response to, hold on, y'all. In response to Eric Adams, New York City Mayor Eric Adams, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene stressed that protesting is a constitutional right. Okay, she had this to say on Twitter. She said, and I quote, "We will not live in fear, and we will lawfully stand against tyranny and corruption while we show our support for President Trump. Okay, so those are the words of Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene out of the state of Georgia, which is where I am. Okay, Joe Tacopina, a Trump lawyer, on Sunday said it was unlikely there will be a perp walk. Now, I did mention that in my previous video. Just to give you some more information, a perp being a shorthand for perpetrator, in which an individual who has been charged is paraded in front of the news media in a public area. Okay, separately on Sunday, the article says a court official said that the judge had asked both sides to submit their positions on whether cameras and video should be allowed in the courtroom and will decide on the issue on Monday. Okay, now I have an update on that. Y'all listen at this. Let me go to my other source. Okay, this was released about an hour and 9 minutes ago. Former President Trump opposes, news outlets' request to broadcast arraignment as the Manhattan DA defers to judge. Lawyers for former President Donald Trump told a New York judge on Monday that they oppose, they're against the request by media outlets to broadcast Trump's arraignment on Tuesday. Here's a quote by the Trump team, who said in a letter to the New York Supreme Court Judge Juan Merchant, and I quote, "We submit that the media request should be denied because it will create a circus-like atmosphere at the arraignment, raise unique security concerns, and is inconsistent with President Trump's presumption of innocence." Again, that was a letter by the Trump team to the New York Supreme Court Judge Juan Merchant. Trump's attorney said in their letter to acting New York Supreme Court Judge Juan Merchant that he is required under court rules to take into account potential security reasons or security concerns, They also wrote in the letter, and I quote, "As your honor is well aware, this case presents extraordinary security concerns, including Secret Service related concerns, and we submit that any video or photography of the proceedings will only heighten these serious concerns." Among the Trump lawyers signing the new letter was Todd Blanche, who, CNN reported, recently joined the former president's legal team. Meanwhile, the article says the district attorney's office wrote that it would be, and I quote, "It would be a defensible exercise of the court's discretion to exclude or restrict videography, photography, and radio coverage of the arraignment in the interest of avoiding potential prejudice to the defendant, maintaining an orderly proceeding, assuring the safety of the participants in the proceeding, or for other reasons within the court's broad authority to manage and control these proceedings." But the prosecutors, the article says, also noted that there, and I quote, "does not appear to be a categorical prohibition on cameras during an arraignment under existing New York statutes and case law." Welcome everyone. Thank you all for supporting me here on the channel. I'm Andrea from Andrea Speaks TV, here to bring you news and commentary you can use. Now, the article continues by saying that while the district attorney's office stopped short of opposing the request, his lawyer pointed out to Merchant that a similar request for audio-video broadcasting was made for the 2021 arraignment in the tax fraud case against Trump Organization and its CFO, Alan Weisselberg. The judge responded to that 2021 request by, and I quote, allowing a limited number of still photographs to be taken, by allowing a limited number of still photographs to be taken prior to the commencement of proceedings. The prosecutors noted on Monday. Now, let's see. Trump, as I just stated earlier, I talked about this person, but he did hire a new legal counsel for the Manhattan District Attorney case, Todd Blanche. Former President Trump has hired a new attorney to serve as lead counsel in his defense against charges brought by the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. Multiple sources have stated Trump has hired Todd Blanche, who was most recently a partner at law firm Cadwalader, Wickersham, and Taft. Blanche has previously represented Trump campaign manager Paul Manafort and Iger Fruman, a former associate of Rudy Giuliani, who was also a key figure in Trump's first impeachment trial Politico was first to report the news of Blanche's hiring. Okay. Joe Tacopina and Susan Nichelis will remain on Trump's legal team. Okay. All right. So, he has hired new legal counsel. Okay. Um, there's no indication. Okay. Here's some information or indication that DC protests will become dangerous. That's according to the Senate Homeland Security Chair, Gary Peters. Here's a quote he said, and I quote, "I think you're always going to be vigilant, so folks will be vigilant." Sorry, y'all. He said, and I quote, "I think you're always going to be vigilant, so folks will be vigilant. Security and local law enforcement are certainly monitoring it," he told reporters on Monday. Now, Peters, who is also a member of the Senate Democrat leadership, said it is unclear what effect the indictment will leave on the Senate. "We don't know what's going to transpire tomorrow," meaning Tuesday, April 4th, "let alone what's going to happen in the next few weeks and months." Okay. He ended the quote by saying, I think we'd have to look. I think we'd have to take a look at what the indictment is all about." Okay. All right, y'all. So again, I'm going to be bringing you some updates. I'll definitely have some coverage about this on tomorrow. Please let me know your thoughts and comments. Again, information reports are that former President Trump is on his way, leaving Florida, headed to New York ahead of tomorrow's arraignment. Okay. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. Take care. Be blessed. Stay tuned for more news and commentary you can use right here on Andrea Speaks TV.